The usually light-hearted atmosphere of the Kelly Clarkson show took a sharp turn when Howie Mandel, comedian, TV host, and America's Got Talent judge, found himself in the middle of an unexpectedly tense exchange with Kelly Clarkson. What began as a cheerful segment promoting his latest projects quickly shifted into uncomfortable territory. The studio audience, who moments earlier had been laughing at his playful banter, began to sense the tension rising. It started innocently. Enough. Kelly, known for her warm interviews, asked Howie about his reputation for being blunt and unapologetic. Howie responded with a smirk, saying he didn't see the point in sugarcoating anything, especially in show business. Kelly teased him, suggesting that sometimes a softer approach could get better results. Howie chuckled, but his tone hinted that he wasn't taking the suggestion lightly. As the conversation went on. Kelly referenced a recent comment Howie had made about another celebrity, calling it a bit harsh. She framed it as an opportunity for him to explain himself, but Howie seemed defensive. Harsh? No, he replied firmly. Honest, absolutely. People can't handle honesty there. In the wrong business? The audience reacted with a mix of laughter and murmurs. Sensing the shift in mood, Kelly, trying to keep the tone playful, joked that maybe Howie should teach a class on delivering brutal truth without getting punched in the face. Instead of laughing along, Howie leaned forward and said, "Maybe I should, because clearly not everyone gets it." His words were direct, and the tension in the room thickened. At that point, Kelly attempted to pivot the conversation to a lighter topic, asking about his experiences on America's Got Talent. But Howie steered the conversation back to defending his style of humor and truth-telling. People want real. That's why I've lasted this long. If that bothers someone, that's their issue, not mine. Kelly smiled tightly, clearly trying to keep the interview moving. The turning point came when Kelly gently suggested that Howie's approach could sometimes alienate people. "I'm not saying you're wrong," she clarified. "But maybe there's a way to still be truthful without making people feel attacked." Howie's face hardened. "I'm not here to babysit feelings," he said. The audience gasped, and an awkward silence followed. Kelly, still calm, but visibly firm, replied, "Well, in this chair. I think it's about connecting with people, not shutting them down." Howie leaned back, crossing his arms, and said, "Then maybe I'm in the wrong chair." The crowd reacted audibly, some with nervous laughter, others with stunned silence. The exchange grew more heated as Kelly pushed back, pointing out that public figures have a responsibility for how their words are received. Howie disagreed, insisting that responsibility ended with being truthful. "If people can't handle it, they can change the channel," he said. Kelly, still smiling but clearly frustrated, remarked, "I think we're giving them a reason too." By now, the mood was tense enough that the producers were likely signaling to wrap the segment. Kelly attempted to close things on a lighter note, but Howie abruptly stood up. "You know what? I think I'm done here," he said. The audience gasped again, some clapping awkwardly, unsure if it was part of the show or real. Kelly, caught off guard, said, "Wait, hey. We still have," but Howie waved her off and walked toward the edge of the stage. The cameras followed him, for a moment before cutting back to Kelly, who quickly switched into host mode. Thanking him for coming and moving on to the next segment, backstage reports later suggested that Howie felt the questions were meant to put him on the defensive, rather than highlight his work. Sources claimed he was frustrated before the interview even began, believing the pre-show conversation had been misleading about the topics to be discussed. Kelly's team declined to comment directly on the incident, but issued a short statement, saying, "We value all our guests and appreciate lively, authentic conversations." Meanwhile, clips of the moment began circulating online within hours, with fans debating whether Kelly had been pushing too hard or Howie had overreacted. Some viewers took Howie's side, arguing that he was simply staying true to himself and refusing to sugarcoat. Others felt that his reaction was unnecessarily confrontational, especially given Kelly's reputation for being warm and welcoming. Social media lit up with hashtags like hashtag Howie walks off and hashtag Kelly keeps it real. Asterisk by the next day, the story had spread across entertainment news outlets. Howie addressed the incident briefly in a radio interview, saying, "I stand by everything I said. I'm not here to be fake. If people can't deal with that, that's not my problem." Kelly, for her part, made no further public comment, choosing instead to carry on with her usual upbeat hosting style on the following episode. Asterisk. Whether this clash will have lasting effects on their relationship remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the unexpected walk-off left both fans and the talk show world buzzing about just how real daytime TV can get. Asterisk.